My name is Dan Allender, and I'm a professor of counseling psychology at the Seattle School of Theology and Psychology. I'm also the founding president of our institution. It's been my delight to be part of Arts Aftercare and thinking with Curtis and Grace about some of the implications of their work for trauma and abuse. My specialty for the last 35 years has been sexual abuse, particularly working in the area of human trafficking. And what I have seen with the kit that they have produced is something that I have not seen in all my work over these decades. That is something that addresses trauma without initially requiring the individual who has been traumatized to actually enter into their trauma narrative. The dilemma in entering into a trauma narrative, for the most part, is that it re-triggers the experience of trauma and therefore re-traumatizes. The dilemma as well is that where most of my work has occurred is in settings in which one-to-one conversations about abuse and harm are culturally far from what is considered to be the norm. As a consequence, most of the treatment processes we would use in the West to deal with trauma and abuse are culturally and neuroscience-wise ineffective. What needs to be done first and foremost is to give people the opportunity to address what occurs with trauma. And one of the first issues that needs to be addressed is affect regulation. The kit provides people an opportunity to safely, slowly move into expressing some of the realities of their past abuse, but to do so at their own pace, their own control, and therefore affect regulation is established. Second reality that occurs with regard to almost all trauma and abuse is identity disformation. What occurs with any art work, particularly done in a community, is that people want to see what you've produced and you want to see what they've produced. And there is a communal sense of valuation and delight in the work of other people. And it allows trauma victims to have a sense of, again, worth, of value, of something that they produced has created intrigue and delight. Finally, once affect regulation becomes more established, identity formation begins to develop. There is a restoration of relationship. Almost all abuse disintegrates a sense of connectedness to other people. And what the kit provides people is the opportunity to do so in a social setting that begins to reestablish trust, kindness, and commitment to others. So what this kit has done, in some ways, is so simple that you, at least I, wondered for a long season why there has been nothing other than this produced before. Certainly in terms of its compact size and the simplicity of the content. The awareness of what this can do really is stupendous. Our students at the Seattle School have been involved for 3 years now, doing research, trying to help Curtis and Grace and others develop a philosophical and certainly psychological understanding of how this is such a useful device for interacting with people who have experienced trauma. But what needs to be done at this point is the development of measures and creation of context for the testing. They will know far better than the mere anecdotal data they've received when they are able to establish significant pre-post measures of trauma, particularly in those 3 areas of affect regulation, of social connectedness and identity formation. When they can establish that this product, this unique gift, actually can bring about change over a brief intensive use and over a significant longer time period, I think they will have the basis of being able to enter into almost any traumatic world with a gift that will have profound potential to open up eventually the potential of individual narrative interactions. So this is not a final finish to the complexities of trauma, but it is an entry that allows for the other work that needs to be done so much more effectively than any other toolkit, any other process that I have seen so far. Again, they are remarkable people, Grace and Curtis. I trust them deeply. I have seen their work over many years, their faithfulness, their kindness, their commitment to learn, to grow, and to bring absolute goodness into the lives of those who have been harmed. So it is an honor and delight to be part of the labor and to commend them to you. Thank you.